Okay, long time no see, people, but today we're gonna start a new series. It's gonna called Cooking with Henry. I know, I used to have an Instagram page where I used to do this stuff, but today we're gonna be making steak. So we're gonna be making some steak and we're gonna make a nice clean sauce with it. Let's get started, baby. So there appears to be a problem. What the fuck? It's like rock hard. Basically, I think the steak's frozen. I think steak's supposed to not sound like that, guys. Alright guys, so that's the type of steak that we're actually going to be using today. Great marbling on both sides. You can see the marbling fat here. So marbling is the white stuff that runs throughout the meat. So you want an even distribution of the fat in the steak, because in each bite you'll be able to taste the flavors and of the fat. I just messed that up so bad, but okay. And that's the steak. We got a laptop there just listening to a podcast. So we're gonna have thyme as an aromatic, garlic, and so I just realized, I should have just steak by itself because that's a little bit unhealthy. So what we're gonna do, I got some royal blue potatoes. I'll be making oven baked potatoes, but they'll be tasting like chippies because I know how to make them better. So we're gonna start off with the potatoes, and then after we start off with the potatoes, we're gonna let the meat defrost, and then we're gonna cook with the motherfucking. Okay, so I've made a little concoction and a little Chinese brain power. I have made this little thing here. So the GoPro, it has this like mini stand, and I'm gonna stick it in here, so it will look like this. You guys can see what I'm doing. But right now, oh shit, it's hot here. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're just boiling some potatoes. The main goal is to get the potatoes nice and soft, so when we throw it into an oven, it's already cooked, so it's just crispalizing on the outside. Crispalizing. What you can do is you can grab a fork or a knife, and once you poke it in and it feels like, it goes through pretty well, that's when you stop, And you might be wondering, Henry, why the fuck you keep the skin on? It's so gross. Well, guess what? I will not be constipated, unlike all you people out there. Because skin has, fiber. That's what I was, okay, never mind. But what I'm trying to say is, I keep the skin on. Doesn't matter. Skin off, skin on, I think it's the same. Potato, 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 potato. So yeah. So now, I think this steak here is just starting to warm back up again. Nope, still rock solid. What we're gonna make we're gonna make a beef reduction sauce with crispy potatoes. Well, these kind of look soggy. With crispy potatoes, some carrots, and yeah. I will film once that is all nice and soft. I'll put it in the oven. So let's do it, baby. Okay, so you guys might be wondering, why the little knife? Where is your fucking chef knife? Well, my chef knife is currently very, very blunt. I have this carrot here. So I have this carrot here. What we're gonna do, I'm just gonna cut this thing here. Little wastage. Make sure when you're cooking, you always have a waste bucket, so that you throw in the trash whenever anything. Make sure things doesn't get messy, So right here, we're just gonna cut this into a little thing with these little cubes. Because I might roast these with the potatoes, I could have done like a mashed potato puree, but I like textured things, I like things nicely textured. I don't like stuff that is like kind of like how should I say, like overly soft. Because I like to chew things. So we're gonna have a tray here. We're gonna put baking paper on these. We're gonna put these carrots on. I'll also leave left them skin on. Maybe because I don't want to be constipated, or maybe I'm just lazy. So yeah, that's really it. This is so easy. This is so easy. Hey, so according to my calculations, if you see here, that is fucking ready, because I poked this one here, and it clearly, look at this, breaks through like that. So that's all obviously ready. We're gonna drain this. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand, so hopefully I don't pour water onto myself. I'm gonna turn off the heat so I don't burn my fucking tea towel. That's very hot. Last time I poured some hot water onto my feet and that was not very pleasant. Alright, so we just got this. I'm gonna lay this on a tray. Some baking paper onto a tray. You know what I mean? Lay it and put it on the tray. And this thing pot can lay. Nice. Let me grab this tea towel. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drizzle this potatoes with a little bit of oil. Just gonna drizzle it with a little bit of oil. We're just gonna chuck this around because we're gonna roast this, right? So basically, I'm trying to keep things healthy. You know, I don't want to deep fry shit. But sometimes when people keep it healthy, they barely add oil as well, so it's gonna taste kind of weird. But basically, I want these to like crystallize. You get what I mean? So I'm tossing this around oil. So then the potatoes like soak in the oil. You should cook these. It's just like, you know, crispy. Got the thing laid out. There's a little oil on the top. As a little blessing. I'm just gonna toss this around with a little bit of thing. This steak here is currently frozen. What should I do? Should I wait an hour and a half to cook this steak and be hungry? Or do not try this at home, but I'm gonna cook this while frozen. Let's go with option 2. Let's give me a brief second to pray over this steak. Thank you for giving me the steak to eat. But please, I pray that this steak turns out beautifully pink and not frozen in the middle. Amen. Okay, so when it comes to steak, you want basic seasoning. You want to let the beef show out, right? So we're gonna sprinkle some salt in there. What I used to do is I used to over salt it, so it would be a little bit way too salty. And my mom would be like, Henry, what the fuck, like, bro? That's like way too much salt, bro. Now we're gonna add some pepper. Well, apparently I heard this fact somewhere, but pepper doesn't really burn. Depending on how intensity you want your pepper, you want it to be fine. You can have it whole. You can have it like cracked up like this. But it's really up to your preference, you know? Cooking is all about preference, but sometimes one person's preference is, you know, better than the other person's preference. We're just gonna mop up. Always mop up that seasoning, you know? That thing is so hard in the middle. I'm actually shitting myself. Beautiful pan. Voila. Now we're gonna light it up. So when it comes to steak, you want a very nice hot pan. Never cook with a cold pan or a warm pan. You want a hot pan. So we're gonna let this heat up a while. You know, a good thing about cooking with a frozen steak is that actually you can get a pretty good sear. There's really no moisture. Well, I think there is moisture on the outside, but this one feels like there's legit no moisture. It's just cold. I think Google Foods or something did this with a frozen steak, and apparently it turns out like, you know, pretty good. Smell the potatoes. Wow! That smells so good. Okay, so you really don't want to add this much oil as I did. You just want to add like just enough to cover the pan and seal it. But, you know, accidents and accidents. So we have some thing in there. We got our steak over here, you know, chilling. We're gonna crush those garlic cloves. We're gonna put it in as a base. We have some fucking thyme. I could smell the potatoes, and it smells so fucking good. Number 1 rule: always lay the steak away from you to stop the oil from splattering at you. We're gonna cook one side for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Put on the other side, 2-3 minutes. And then we're gonna baste. We're gonna baste the living fuck out of this steak. And that should be it. We have potatoes in the oven. We got steak on the pan. I set a timer for the steak. So currently I'm just crushing up the thing. We're gonna add a decent amount of time. And we're just gonna clean up while we wait for the steak to sear. Look at that beauty. So if I fuck up this steak, I'm going to cry. Well, really, in the cooking industry, you could always, you know, undercook a steak. You can always do it again. But at home, you could always, yeah, I'm swapping. Okay, so now the timer has gone off. I lowered the heat because I'm about to flip this thing. Holy shit, it's gonna take. Woo! So what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna grab it, take it to the edge. We don't want it. That is a very good sear. Lay it away from you. Holy moly! Look at that sear! So that's a pretty good sear. We're gonna even let that cook. Bring it back up to the heat. Let that cook. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. So we're just gonna set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
All right, 3 minutes. Starting now.
I love Google more than Siri, I swear. I'm a fucking... If Siri was a person, done. Dead. Oh, look. Look, Siri decided to show up. The moment I start talking trash about it. But that's a really good steer. That is a beautiful steer. I'm gonna let that cook now. And once that's done, we're gonna start throwing the butter, garlic, and thyme and baste it. Okay, until once I touch it and it's like bouncy, but not bouncy. That's what the texture's like. We want it to be bouncy. That means it's medium rare. And that's it, y'all. We're just gonna wait. I'll be back, and I need to charge this GoPro because it's about to die. What I'm about to do not try at home. I'm about to add frozen shit into oil. R.I.P. Pray for me. I'm gonna grab this lid in case the shit gets real. We're just gonna close it like this. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Oh, not as bad as I expected. Not bad. That shit didn't go everywhere. This is very good. Beautiful. So what we're doing now, we're gonna let that simmer and reduce into a nice thick sauce. You know what I mean? So my GoPro ran out of battery, so that's my beef stock and all that goodness reducing. We got my beef resting here. Roasted potatoes looking big, good. Oh man, they look very nice. I like them. I'm liking the way they're looking. We're gonna let the stock reduce all the way down to it's like super duper thick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little cheeky little bite of this steak, maybe. A little taste test. Crispy, juicy. I would have died right there. And I'll be happy. And I would have been happy, so. Oh, I can't wait to eat this thing. I'm so hungry. So potatoes are done roasting. We're just gonna take this out. I like stuff starved. These are alright. They're like roasty crispy. They're not like fried crispy, you know what I mean? They're doing roasty crispy. Syrup is getting there. Very nice. Life is good. What I did wrong about this sauce is that there was too much butter, and that stock that I was supposed to add in was supposed to be by itself. So I think this was just nicely, just a mixture of butter and stock. Which it will taste pretty good with the potatoes and carrots. So a mistake that turned into a pretty good mistake. But we're gonna cut up the beef here, and then we're gonna present everything and eat. The steak is here. It's pretty fucking good. Nice and pink. A little bit overcooked here, but no, that's alright. But look at that. Look at it. It's just but that looking pretty fucking good. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, baby. Oh. I'm gonna be eating so good. But, so sometimes, you can really, yeah, we don't speak about that. I'm still gonna eat it though, because, you know, you eat your mistakes when you're a cook. Those potatoes, these actually would taste pretty, these would actually taste pretty good. You know, just the black bits, that's kind of unsettling, but a little color, you know, look at that. I might eat this with some rice because, you know, I'm Asian. And yeah, that's the cooking video for today. Bye-bye. So we're gonna do a taste test of the steak and let's see what it tastes like. So we got the steak here. Review. Pretty fucking good. Oh! Shit, my shirt went off.